What's up guys, back with a new video. Today I'm going to talk about how to exactly find a real estate deal that you can house hack. I am going towards house hacking as a goal because that is just what I foresee myself doing within the next couple of months. If you guys do not know exactly what house hacking is essentially leasing out the units that you're not currently living in if you are owning a multiple family property, or you can lease out your extra bedrooms that you are not using in order to cover your mortgage. Ideally, you want to pocket some money after your mortgage is covered. That means that your property that you currently own can generate more than your interest, your principal, your taxes, and your insurance payments each and every month. Although real estate success does not necessarily based on monthly cash flow, you have to consider that appreciation also matters in the long term of things. Without going too much deeper than that, let's just dive into the computer right now, which I have in front of me, and then we'll go over a website that I use and have some suggestions, and then we'll go into the cash flow calculator. All right, to start off, I'm going to jump into the realtor.com website. I use this website mainly because this website mimics and mirrors the MLS. The MLS is the multi-listing service. The MLS, or the multi-listing service, is a system that real estate agents list their clients' property that they want to sell. The MLS is the first database that gets this listing, so therefore it does have an advantage in terms of just like the timing wise, and people could find a newly listed listing. But not all people have access to the MLS. Unless you're a real estate agent and you pay a certain fee, you won't have access to the MLS. But the next best thing would be Realtor.com or Zillow.com or Redfin.com. There's all these other websites that basically mirrors the MLS. All right, so now we're going to go deep into it, where I'm going to find a property in San Antonio, Texas. And this is kind of where the area that I want to actually live in. So this is a good starting point, and you will see that I already have some favorited properties, and that's just for the ease of me going into it and actually analyzing a deal, so I don't have to keep on searching. But let's say that I'm starting off from scratch. What I want to do is reflect on my personal goals and what I want to buy. In many cases, I highly suggest you get a pre-approval letter so you could understand what your buying power is. The buying power is basically what you're able to spend on a certain property, so you know your limitations. For me, I got pre-approved for $350,000, and that is what I'm going to set as the maximum. Now, afterwards, I'll go into property type. Very easy, right? This thing is basically dummy proof. In terms of the property type, I am looking for a single family home and also a multifamily home. The reason why I'm not looking for condos and townhomes is just I think there is probably a higher HOA in terms of that when owning those things, and that's just another expense that I don't want to pay for. So I'm going to go for single family homes, multifamily homes, and it depends on your goals and whatever you want to do. So after that, I'll click done, so it filters a little bit more. And now into the little bit specific details, the bedrooms. I want to find a single family home that has a minimum of 4 bedrooms. This does not necessarily mean that all single family homes with 4 bedrooms will help you cover your mortgage if you're trying to house hack. That is just from my experience, that if I lease out 3 bedrooms, because I will be living in one, this will hopefully cover my mortgage, and that is very dependent on every person's market. San Antonio's market is totally different than Chicago's market. The listing price is different. The amount of people that is living there is different. There's just so many different other factors you have to consider. So don't use my example right now as like the end all be all, like, oh, I have to buy a 4-bedroom house, a minimum of 4-bedroom house, just because Alex said so, or just because Alex is doing it right now. You have to take into consideration your personal market and what you're comfortable with, and also all these other things that you need to personally reflect on. You have to think about these things because it is probably the most important part, instead of the money and all these like specifications. You have to personally think about what you want to own, what you enjoy, and what do you foresee yourself living in without really much problems. All right, now that the bedrooms are listed at a minimum of 4, I want to have bathrooms at a minimum of 3, because I'm thinking to myself, if 4 people are living at a certain space, one of them will probably live in the master bedroom, which more than likely will have his or her own bathroom, which eliminates one of the 3 bathrooms, right? So therefore, there are still 3 other people that's living in the house that need a bathroom. Therefore, you can split the other 2 bathrooms, basically 2 person using 1 bathroom and 1 person using 1 other bathroom and 1 person using the master bathroom. So that's just my logic to it. There's nothing really like scientific about it. It's just, I think that seems pretty fair. At the end of the day, I would like to have every single person have their own bathroom, because I currently live in that type of situation where I have my own bathroom and my own bedroom. So it is very luxurious, and I don't have to care for other people's like piss stains and all that other stuff that comes with sharing a bathroom. Now that we have all our filters together, we have all these locations and properties that are listed right now in San Antonio, Texas. The question becomes, which type of area should I be looking into? There's a lot of freaking properties right now listed, and where should I start going to? This is where you have to do a little bit of research. You have to talk to a real estate agent or people who have lived there their whole lives, or people that are currently living there, so you could get a feel for the market and see which neighborhood is safe and which neighborhood is growing and has potential of growing, and what neighborhoods are to avoid based on crime rate and all that stuff. So you have to personally do some research. I have already done that through talking to multiple people who have lived in San Antonio before, and also I have a real estate agent in San Antonio. So based on their recommendations, I found out that the northern part of San Antonio, north of downtown, tends to be the hotter market right now. With that being said, I already narrowed down, and I personally have done research through every property in each different direction of the north. And based on my research, I think that I am aiming towards around northwest and just the northern part. Northeast is all right, but I feel like it still has some potential, but it's not something I've found that more houses around that area I really like. But maybe I just need to do some research, right? Because I personally still have to continuously do research and continuously look at homes and see what I personally like, because I won't know what I don't like and what I do like until I see enough homes and I analyze enough. So that is something that just has to be done on your own. It will take some time. So make sure you keep that in mind and don't rush the process, because this is probably going to be one of your largest investments in your life. For simplicity's sake, I'm just going to pull up one of my favorited properties that I have right now, and then we'll just analyze that. All right, so this is the property that I am looking into and about to analyze. So when I first pull up this property, if I was to first see this property, I would go through the pictures and see what I do and do not like, right? Because more than likely, this is probably the more important part. So this property looks good. The only thing I don't like about this is the ceiling in the kitchen. It just looks kind of weird to me. I don't like this green. The green is like, it looks like Shrek puked on the wall. This stuff looks okay. I probably would upgrade the decor. I don't like this thing. What the heck is that? Looks pretty old fashioned. This blue does not look good. It looks like a baby's room. This air conditioning unit, I'm curious why the central air right here, why is this here? And, I need to figure out more information. So that means that I have to talk to my real estate agent and see if she's willing to go to this property, take a look at it for me, and understand why there are 2 of these things right here. And then there's another swamp cooler that I don't like that I see right here. So that's another thing. But besides all that, it looks pretty well kept. It looks like someone lived there pretty well with a family. and they didn't destroy the place. It looks like, based on the pictures, obviously it's like propped, and it's so nice, and they probably cleaned before. But I mean, this looks good, right? It doesn't look like there's trash everywhere. It doesn't look like the walls are dented or anything like that. It looks like a well-kept home, which is good, because more than likely I don't have to spend a lot of money for extra repairs once I find out some things are wrong and, whatever, based on inspections. But besides that, let's scroll down into the actual details. So I want to read a little bit more about the property details. So I go down to the property details and read up what's going on. Usually it describes already what you already know, but with probably more information than you can get from just the title. Okay, bam. See, this brand new 4-ton AC unit is something what does that mean? I'm not smart enough in real estate and like home hardware goods and stuff like that. So I need to understand what the heck a 4-ton AC unit is. So does that mean it is central AC? Because 4 tons sounds like a lot. Or are we talking about like a four AC units that are installed? That means like 4 swamp coolers installed on the windowsill. That's just something I have to personally research. So whenever you come across something that you don't exactly understand, I would just do a little bit of a Google search or ask a real estate agent to get a professional opinion. Keep on scrolling down for a little bit more information about the actual house. This monthly payments section will help us calculate a little bit better in our own personal calculations. I would not simply rely on this. This is just a good ballpark number, but if you want to get into the specifics, you would have to do a little bit more research than this. You have to actually go into a calculator that you could probably find online, or create one based on whatever you can with your Excel skills. And you could calculate your own monthly payments of what it actually costs to own that property. All right, so we keep on scrolling down. You see nearby schools. You might be thinking to yourself, I don't have any family. I don't have any kids. Why the hell do I care about the schools? Schools and the rating indicator helps you understand the type of neighborhood that you are going to be buying into. A 6 out of 10 is, it might sound like it's failing, right? But actually a 6 out of 10 is a decent school. Anything above a 5 or at a 5 is a decent school. Anything really above like a 7 is a phenomenal neighborhood. I have found several houses that have like an 8 or a 9, and those are A-class neighborhoods, right? These are literally probably students that are getting A's in school, and the community and the families that live there probably are higher income. This is all speculative, but higher income, they emphasize on education, and they understand the importance of different other things that makes a healthy family and also a wealthy family. All right, so that is about it after the neighborhood stuff. This information down here will help you find out some history about the property, and this will help us also put in data for our calculator. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to smash the thumbs up button if you would like to see part 2. And in part 2, I will probably upload it within the next couple of days. I will talk specifically more about the calculations and how to use the details that we have found in this listing or any listing, and then do some very general calculations and show you how much we will be either positively cash flowing or negatively cash flowing. So again, please smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And also below in the description of every single one of my videos, there are some referral links on credit cards that I use, and also some toys and merchandise that I personally use each and every day in order to make videos like this, or just my lifestyle in general. So if you do decide to purchase something just through like my Amazon links, I do get a very small compensation, but it's not a lot. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later, dude.
I got some vices, they talking on me. Got a new bitch who be loving on me. I told her God every day of the week. Know they all watching and plotting on me. Got a little buzz, I got places to be. You better decide on